Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to D Smith Let's Discuss. Welcome to today's session. Today's session, man. Rest in peace to Young Scooter. There's something fishy about that story. Atlanta Police Department. It do not make sense to me when you read the reports. It makes no sense to me. They said no shots was fired and the female was not there. But somebody called them to show up. But during that press conference, in this article, no shots were fired and no female was there. Then the wording, they seen two people fleeing. So when you say you see two people fleeing the scene, you think they're suspects, right? But they said no female was there and no shots fired. So how were they fleeing the scene? Then he jumped over two fences. And the police is chasing after him. And they did not render aid. Knowing the Atlanta Police Department, they probably said, just another man. Waited a few minutes to call the ambulance. But man, shout out to Beehive TV. They break this down way better than I can. But let's react. Let's go.
Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
What's happening?
What's going on, Wick? It's another sad day in the A right now. Young Scooter, A-Town legend and artist, he passed over the last night, actually, Friday, doing a crazy incident. For those who don't know, Young Scooter, he had the hit song Columbia back in the day, which drove the radio waves down here in clubs crazy at the time. He was known for, running with Future and the Free Bands crew and stuff like that. And as of right now, here are all of the details that we have. Now, according to the AJC, in an article written by Alexis Stevens and the Asia page, they're saying that, Young Scooter died Friday night on his birthday while trying to run from the police. They're saying that the 39-year-old apparently injured his leg after jumping two fences while running from a southeast Atlanta home, according to the police. And an autopsy is expected to be conducted today. In Friday night's incident, they said the officers were called to a home in the 200 block of William Nye Drive after shots were fired and a woman was seen being dragged inside. Atlanta Police Homicide Commander Lieutenant Andrew Smith said in a news conference Friday night, when the officers knocked on the door, a man opened it and then immediately shut it. Then they said two men were seen fleeing out the back of the house, according to police. Now, one of the men returned to the house, but the other man, later identified as Scooter, ran until he fell. They're saying that Scooter jumped two fences while he was fleeing, and when the officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. The injury that was sustained was not via the police officers on the scene. It was when the male was fleeing. That's according to the police. Officers were not able to locate the woman inside the home. And there were also no indications of anyone being shot.
Come on, Bing. Make it make sense. Come on, man. No shots fired and no female at the home. But these two individuals were fleeing. Come on, man. You just can't tell me anything and expect me to believe it. Atlanta Police Department dirty.
And I mean, basically, just another tragic situation in a long line of tragic situations, going on in Atlanta and across the country. My thoughts and prayers and my condolences go out to Scooter and his family and all of his friends right now. What's crazy is that I literally was just talking to Zaytoven about one of my favorite Scooter songs with Young Ralph, All We Do, the other day. And I mean, Zay was sharing, fond memories of Scooter, thinking that his partner's gonna be here, but just talking about the music that they made together, working together. And for me, it's just another tragic loss, man. And I mean, I hate to see this. I hate this for his family. I hate it for his kids. Swamp Izzo, my thoughts and prayers are with you as well. You know, he was very close to Scooter. And, you know, what are your thoughts on it, Wick?
Well, you know, I got a lot of different thoughts. My first thing that I'm gonna say is that until I see, you know, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Until I see the body cam, I don't trust nothing with APD and most police departments across the country, because we have been down this road before with lots and lots of young black men, and the police department will say one thing and then all of a sudden the footage gets lost, or you know, we can't quite see it. So as of right now, you know, I'm taking it on face value of what APD is saying, but I don't, you know, I'm interested in seeing the body cam so that everything matches up. Now, let's say that, you know,
if they had the body cam on,
is released, and it does play out exactly like APD says it did. Then my second thought would be, you know, maybe it was a party that, you know, got out of hand, you know, because it was his birthday.
Yeah.
We've been there before, you know what I'm saying? Had a little bit too much to drink, and maybe it just, you know, for you know it, you know, is you looking crazy out here, you know, and I've been there, you know. I don't have times where, you know, it started out innocent, and you know, after a couple of rounds of drink and you know, and the homies there and stuff, and next thing I know, you know, somebody end up in the hospital. Somebody got, you know, went upside somebody's head with a bottle, or you know, get arguing over sports, or get arguing over who won the debate between Beehive and Wicked. You know, anything happens now. You know what I'm saying? When you got alcohol involved, females and guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, you know, the part about him dying on his birthday, you know, that was very ironic. That jumped out to me yesterday also, and that was horrible. Yeah. You know, that was horrible. So I don't really have a lot to say about.
Have they found this female yet? Who was this female? Who made the call? Release the 911 call, because this story is fishy to me. I want answers. I need to know the female released the call, and why was the police officers chasing these individuals if no gun was fired, no crime was committed? Why was these police officers chasing this young Scooter? I want to know.
And in particular, one, because I don't know a lot about it, about the case itself. But, you know, as far as just, you know what I'm saying, an OG looking inside on the entire situation, before I say that, you know, you said something in an article. You said that the girl was missing.
Yeah.
So I want to hear her side of the story. What took place? What was that initial shooting about that got the cops called there? Who called the cops there?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Was it a neighbor?
Yeah.
Was it her? Is she hiding now because of something else? And in the deep in the back of my mind, I don't want to believe this.
Yeah.
But deep in the back of my mind is just a little guy back there saying, that shot that people heard, could that have been him? The police are saying no, it wasn't. That he wasn't shot, and you know they already said they definitely didn't shoot him. And you know, but if there was a shot, and then they almost contradicted themselves by saying that it wasn't apparent that there was a shooting.
Yeah.
But you said at the beginning of that article that you came because of a shot.
Yeah.
So that kind of, did I hear you right?
Yeah.
Did you say they came because they heard a shot?
Yeah.
Then later on in the article, they said it doesn't appear that nobody got shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the bullet had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm not, you know, I don't know. I wasn't there, but right now it seems like a birthday party that got out of hand a little bit. And we need to talk, you know, see what the young lady has to say. Why was she being pulled back into the house? What was the original gunshot about? Was that gunshot outside or was it inside?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's still a lot to this entire situation that you know, as you read that to me, that it just doesn't make sense right now. It's not cut dry, you know, and nothing would shock me if it went left. But you know, if it was just how they say it is too, then it was just an unfortunate incident, and RIP the scooter if it went exactly like what APD is saying. But I'm still right now have my antennas up because of the history of the Atlanta Police Department and the jail itself. There have been people that have died in that jail on Rice Street, and they have said some of the same things. That person harmed themselves, or that person, you know, blah 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 blah. But come to find out, it was just because you know the COs was in there doing this or that, or turning their back and letting other inmates, you know, shank another inmate. You know what I'm saying? Paid to leave and you know leave people unattended. So there's a lot of mess going on in that. The corruption is world known in you know Atlanta Police Department. So as of right now, I'm gonna take them at face value. Hope you know that they weren't involved in any other kind of way, and that you know, and I'm not. Well, I don't want to say hope, but look at it as just a birthday party that maybe got out of hand and stuff like that happened. Last thing is. You know, there was some people that was in my DM saying, you know, well, they saying that, you know what I'm saying, there's an artery in the leg, you know, for people that don't know anatomy, there is that artery that runs up and is right here, you know, by your groin. Mm-hmm. If you clip that thing, you will bleed out very, very, very fast. Mm-hmm. Another question I would have also too for forensics, if I was talking to them, if that officer was chasing Scooter and he clipped himself, it would seem like the officer would be so close to him that, and you said they said administered aid, right?
Yeah. Could have helped
him. That you know we should see that on.
Did they do that? No,
because you was right on him. You're chasing him. Mm-hmm. So therefore, he clips himself. Boom! I see you. You fall down right there. I get up there, and it was just an unfortunate accident. But if it looks crazy, you know, you don't made a left around the bill, and then all of a sudden he just you walk up on somebody and they then see stuff starts to. So we just right now got to pump the brakes, and kind of see what went on, and just you know what I'm saying, give love to the family, man. And right now I'm just labeling it under a unfortunate tragedy.
Yeah, no, I think I can go with that one as well, because even with the APD, I do understand what you're saying, but it's not everybody.
Not everybody.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
That's the other part. You can't put it on everybody.
Absolutely.
There's some folks in there just hardworking folks like me and you trying to do their job every day.
Absolutely.
And they might get caught up in some mess.
Right.
But you know, it's definitely an unfortunate situation, man. And my thoughts and prayers are with Scooter and his family right now, man. And with the city of Atlanta, y'all hit the comments, show some love to Scooter, show some love to his family.
Man, shout out to Beehive TV. I love that show. I want to show you something before I get on out of here. This was family just devastated, man. But let me know what you think. Something fishy is going on. We already know Atlanta police, Atlanta DA is trash. We already know that. But like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the session. I'm out of here.